How are we doing? I'm Josh Blue, your two-time Pure Elite Pro overall world champion, and you're watching Pure Elite TV. My journey started with Pure Elite in 2015 in April when I took to the stage at the UK Championships in Margate. I competed in the fitness model over 75 category and the tattoo muscle category. I did everything I could to get myself in the best shape that I could, but unfortunately on the day for me, I did not place in either category and I went home empty-handed. But what I went home with, I didn't go home with a trophy or a placing, but I went home with the determination and the drive to come back bigger and better the following year. So in 2016, I took to the stage again in Manchester this time in the amateur show, and I picked up a third place in a tattoo muscle category, and that is where I earned my pro card that year. So 2015, didn't place, came back again the following year, and that's when I earned my pro card. I had myself a whole year off. I actually went to watch the Pure Elite World Championships in 2016, which I was going to compete in, but I decided to go watch it instead, get a feel for what the standard would be like in the pro division. And then I came back the following year in 2017 in Margate at the October show, and it was my first pro show, so it was my debut. I competed in the fitness model over 75 category, and I also did the muscle model category. I picked up a third place in muscle model, which I was absolutely over the moon with because it was stepping up into a bit of a higher level, bigger guys, and it was the pro division as well. And then in the fitness model category, I managed to bag in my pro debut show a first place spot. It was absolutely over the moon. I cannot tell you how that felt. And then with that first place, I was put into the overall. And you know what? Absolutely smashed it. In my pro debut show, I went there and took the pro overall world champion title. From then, the whole year on, I've just been absolutely buzzing. I've done interviews for Pure Elite. I've featured in Pure Elite magazines. I've done photo shoots, video shoots. Local schools and colleges have got me in to do talks on my success with competing. And then, do you know what? The following year, leading up to it, I decided that I'm definitely going for that world title again and retaining everything that I've worked for. So this time, I did the same categories again with the added category of international model. And the new category that was added for 2018 was the routine only, which I've always wanted to do my own routine on stage. And I put everything into making sure I brought a different physique, different charisma, different stage presence and posing. And I managed to retain my fitness model over 75 world title. I've smashed the routine as well and won that. It was the best time I've ever had on stage. Honestly, I've never felt more myself when being on that stage performing that routine. It was like such a blast. I managed to bag myself the first place in the routine, which then put me in for the overall. And I know the standard was even better this year. There were some amazing, amazing athletes and physiques there. But I brought my best, I did everything I could, and I managed to retain that pro overall world title again. Honestly, the feeling is unbelievable. I can't tell you what it actually feels like. I wish I could describe it to you guys, but honestly, it's just a complete other level. My main advice for first-time competitors, and I say this to everyone because it is a mistake that I made, is to go and watch the show that you're going to compete in. Get a feel for the show, know what it's about, because the range of shows from the criteria, the pose and the judging is all completely different. You might enter one fitness model show, it's going to be different to the next. So if you're competing with Pure Elite, I cannot urge you anymore to go and watch a Pure Elite show. You'll see how it's run, you'll get a feel for the atmosphere, you'll feel what the audience is like, the judges are like, the stage presence, the music, everything. You need to go see a show. It's one mistake I made. The first time I actually went to Pure Elite show, I was on that stage, and it showed. I didn't know the structure of the show, the running order so much until I actually got there on the day. It was all completely new to me, and I think that was shown on stage through my personality, and maybe I looked a bit uncomfortable on stage because I was out of my comfort zone. So honestly, that is my main piece of advice, is go and watch the show that you're going to compete in. All right, prep. We know there's amazing parts of prep and there is the not so amazing parts of prep where you're going to find it difficult. My honest pet hate of prep, the worst bit about it, is when Susan from the office, it's her birthday and she brings in a copious amount of carrot cake, which is my all-time favourite. Anybody want some carrot cake? Oh no, you're not allowed, are you? Wrong, Susan, I'm allowed. I'm a grown adult. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. It's just at this moment in time, I'm dieting my very, very hardest for a physique show. So I'm telling myself I'm not going to have that because it will hinder my progress. But I am allowed, so have a wonderful birthday. Thank you. Best thing about prep is going to be the shape that you get yourself in. Let's not kid ourselves. It is an amazing feeling to see yourself going through this transformation. And to be honest, it's not really a long time. When you put it in context, 12 weeks, some people prep for 16 weeks, some people 10 weeks. That is not a long period of time really to see the change in your physique in that amount of time to get yourself ready for the stage. So for me, that is my driving force and motivation, and the best part of it, just seeing the progress throughout and the support you get from everyone as well. People in the gym, your friends, all the other competitors as well on social media, in the groups, just everyone is helping each other. I think that's definitely the best part about prep, and just you're on this journey together with everyone who's on this same wavelength, and you're all on this level up and on this platform that you can all just share this energy with. And for me, that's the best part. It's just the community and the network that you meet along the way. The main skill set that I've taken away from comp prep is, number one, is discipline. And I'm just able to structure my days even when I'm not on prep, because I'm used to, when I'm on prep for 10, 12 weeks, I'm used to a regimented lifestyle. I get up at a certain time, do my training, I've got work, I train clients as well. I usually work it's a 16-hour day really, with my training involved as well. So I'm quite used to getting up at divvy o'clock in the morning. So the discipline is mainly the thing for me, but also because there are difficult times on prep, you are tired, you're in a calorie deficit, you've got a lot of pressure on you from other athletes as well. Let's not say that doesn't exist, because it does. You're competing against other people and yourself. You don't want to let yourself down. You're doing the best ever you can. So you're going to find things a little bit difficult, and then there are certain things that may happen in life that are going to come at you and emotionally challenge you. But I think when you've been in a place that you're essentially struggling and you're striving really, really hard for, when you come out of prep, some of these things that were happening don't seem so bad whatsoever. And I think it just completely changes your mindset, that I just see things in a completely different view now, in a different light. And honestly, I don't really ever worry about anything. And I don't know if that sounds a bit naive or a bit daft, but since I've done competitions, I don't actually worry about a great deal at all. It's just totally open my mind, because I know what I can put my body through. And if I'm capable of doing things like that and putting myself under pressure and stress, then other things that happen in life, I can just deal with it. It's made me stronger as a person in that sense. When I got awarded that pro card in 2016 on stage, I just thought, yeah, I am the one. No, in all seriousness, that was what I was going for that show. Obviously didn't place the previous year, and I went into the show that year and I just thought I had a completely different physique, and I changed my whole style of posing. I learned a lot about myself, and I just thought, do you know what, I genuinely believe that I'm worthy of getting a pro card in this show. And that was my aim. Not necessarily a first place or to take the overall. I just went there for that pro card, and to receive that it was an unbelievable feeling, knowing that you've put so much work in. It wasn't just the prep, it was when I finished the show in April all the way through the next year, because that's what I was thinking about until July. So it's well over a year working hard at something, and then to finally achieve that, it was almost just something that had been lifted off me. I was just I've actually done it. And I knew straight away, as soon as I got handed it, I just left that show thinking, I can do more. It just triggered this little thing inside me thinking, well, I've achieved what I've set out to do. I know I can just set a goal even higher now. I know I've got that in me to go further. When I got handed the overall Pro World Champion in 2017, I really, really wish that I could stand there and tell you now exactly what it felt like and the emotions that was going through me, but it was such an overwhelming experience that I kind of almost can't remember it. I remember being stood at the back of the stage and I remember looking across and you've got all these insane athletes that have come first in all their categories. Obviously I won the fitness model category, you got the muscle model guy stood next to me, the international model guy's looking like unbelievably suave in his suit next to me, you got the beach bodies, everyone's got different physiques. So you're up against like, it's a completely different lineup to what you've been in your own individual categories. And I was thinking, I remember stood there thinking, have I brought the right flair, have I brought the right character, have I brought the right charisma, stage presence, posing, physique, all of it. And I was thinking, yeah, I think I've done it, I don't know. And then you look across and you start doubting yourself. But then when my name got called, straight away, I don't really remember it. I remember being given the trophy and I remember the only words I said, I really wanted to say like how much I just like appreciated that experience. But I think I literally just said, thank you. And that was it. And I wish I'd said so much more, but honestly, I wish I could describe it, but it was just unbelievable blur. So going into the World Championships in 2018, there was a bit of added pressure, obviously, because you've got so many people. Obviously, everyone knows you're the overall world champion currently, and there's a lot of people saying, oh, will he win it again? Will he bring something better? What's he going to do? How will he top last time? So in my head, I always had this like, I feel like I handled it like really well, but I know there's that little bit of pressure on myself as well that I put on myself, because I know I need to beat last year's physique, I need to beat last year's me. And that was always my goal. Obviously, we want to win, but my goal was just to beat last year's physique. If someone came better than me on the day, but I'd still beat last year me, I was completely happy with that then. Like, fair play to a massive respect, because I know exactly what it takes to get in that position. So when I registered for the show, I walk in, there's a banner there with a poster of me on it. 6 shot from Matt Marsh, a wicked shot there from Matt on a poster. As soon as I walk in, and then straight away, I think that's when it sunk in, like, wow, this is real now. I've registered, I'm just about to get my tan. There's a lot of people coming up to me, just having chats and saying, you know, are you excited for tomorrow? What categories are you doing? Do you feel like you're gonna top last year? So it all started building from then, really. But when I was side of stage and the atmosphere from all the other athletes, we're all wishing each other good luck. And just before I went on stage, I knew straight away something just came over me. I'm like, yeah, I'm absolutely in this. I'm in this to win this. I've done everything I can, and I cannot wait to just take that next step right onto that stage and just show everyone that I'm here to win it. So winning the Pro overall world champion twice is just an unbelievable feeling. Literally, I cannot describe it. It's just a complete other level. You've got like, people say, oh, I'm on this level. No, you're not even on this level. This level is another level. You can't even spell the word level where I'm at. It's just, yes. It's everything I've set out to do. I wanted to smash and win a world title after I'd seen other people do it, and I wanted to go back and just show everyone that, no, this was not a one-off, I'm in business, and I managed to do it again, so goal achieved. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.